Have you ever seen someone's world crumble in front of their eyes? Not slowly, not with warning, but like a car veering off a cliff at full speed. 1 second, they're confident, untouchable, or so they think. The next, they're nothing but a mess of confusion, anger, and disbelief. And you're standing there calm, watching the chaos unfold. It's addictive, isn't it? To watch people lose themselves when reality hits harder than they ever imagined. And today we're talking about exactly that moment. The one where someone realizes just how deeply underestimated you are, and it wrecks them completely. Imagine it. You've been moving in silence, calculating, observing. Every word, every gesture, every glance. It's all part of the blueprint they didn't see coming. And then boom, they find out. That one little thing, that one fact, flips everything. And suddenly, the world they built in their minds collapses. No warning, no mercy, just shock, anger, panic, and yes, spazzing. Oh, they're spazzing all right. And while they're crashing, your pulse doesn't rise. You don't flinch. You simply watch, knowing you were the calm eye in their storm. This isn't about revenge. Nah, it's bigger. It's about power. It's about owning your space in a world that loves to sleepwalk through the chaos you're thriving in. The moment they find out what you've really been capable of, oh, it's pure fuel, pure fire. You feel it. That rush that sneaks up your spine when someone underestimates you for the last time. That exact moment is where legends are born. That exact moment is where your story explodes, and theirs disintegrates. Let's be real. People aren't ready for truth, not when it stares them in the face and laughs, not when it's in their inbox, their DMs, their workspace, or right there in their conversation. They see the proof, the evidence, the unstoppable reality of what you are, and their brain freezes. Heart races, thoughts scatter, and then bam, they crash. Hard. Because they weren't ready. They didn't prepare. They didn't think you had it in you. And that, my friend, is your power. It's intoxicating. Here's the kicker. It's not about the gotcha moment. That's amateur hour. No. This is bigger than embarrassment. Bigger than humiliation. This is psychological precision. This is a strategy wrapped in silence. This is patience, observation, and timing. The kind of timing that turns a small revelation into a meltdown of epic proportions. It's a moment that says without a word, you should have known. And the beauty? They can't unsee it. They can't unlearn it. They can't go back. They're left scrambling while you stand. Untarnished, focused, hungry. Sweet, delicious control. Think about it. Every conversation they had about you, every little underestimate gone, obliterated. The confidence they had in their own judgment, shattered. Their assumptions, crumbling, like sand slipping through trembling fingers. And the look on their face when the realization hits, priceless. Uncomfortable, panicked. And here's the dark thrill. You built that moment. You didn't yell it. You didn't make a scene. You just let it exist until it exploded. The artistry of it. Patience. The satisfaction. But this isn't just about them. It's about you. Every time someone crashes because they misjudged you, you grow. Every shocked reaction, every tremor of panic, every "how did they do that" moment, they fuel your momentum. They force you to see your own strength. They illuminate the path ahead, one crash at a time. And when you start seeing life this way, as a chessboard rather than a battlefield, you realize the world isn't chaotic, it's predictable. If you play smart, if you wait, if you strike when the moment is pure, unfiltered, undeniable. Now listen carefully, because this is where most people fail. They panic, they show off, they try to force the outcome. Not you. You wait, you watch, you let them hit the edge of the cliff themselves. And when they spaz out, when they crash, that's your moment of clarity. That's your aha moment. That's when you understand just how sharp your instincts really are, how far you've come, how untouchable your preparation has made you. Not in their eyes, but in reality. The storm isn't outside, it's inside them. And you're the calm in the eye. And if you've been paying attention, if you've been building silently, preparing your moves in a world that never saw you coming, then you know what comes next. Their disbelief is your motivation. Their panic is your signal. Their meltdown is your affirmation. Beautiful, isn't it? The precision, the timing, the artistry. You're not just surviving the chaos, they're falling because of it. And in that fall, in that spazzing, in that collapse, you see the truth. That truth that you've been ready all along, that you've been stronger than anyone imagined, that you were the storm they never expected. So pay attention, watch closely, and learn. Because this is how you own your lane. This is how you make them pause. This is how you let them crash while you rise. And by the end of today, by the end of this story, you won't just understand it, you'll feel it. The rush, the clarity, the undeniable power of being underestimated and winning because of it. You see, here's where most people stumble. They think the moment they're underestimated is luck, coincidence, a fluke. Nah, that's amateur thinking. The truth? Every meltdown you witness, every spaz out, every crash, they're not accidents. They're the direct result of preparation, observation, and timing. That's right. You've been silent, patient, deliberate. And now your world is showing the payoff. Let's break it down. Control the narrative. Everyone assumes life is random, that people act out of nowhere. But you know better. You move with intent. Every interaction, every word, every glance, it's part of a puzzle only you see. And when someone finally discovers what you've been building, their reaction? Explosive, predictable, deliciously chaotic. Oof. It's like watching dominoes fall, exactly the way you set them up. Master your silence. This is where most people fail. They feel the urge to prove themselves, to announce their power, to rush the reveal. But patience is a weapon sharper than any outburst. You stay calm, you stay collected. You let them stumble into the moment all on their own. And when it hits, the chaos is theirs, the clarity is yours. Their panic fuels your momentum. The sweet irony of it all. Step 3, observe the collapse. Don't just watch for fun. Learn, study. Every flicker of doubt, every tremor in their confidence, every hesitant word. It's data, it's insight, it's a map of weakness you didn't even know existed. And here's the beauty. Once you understand it, you control it. You don't just survive the fallout, you predict it, you anticipate it, you thrive in it. Yes, the world almost becomes boringly predictable, but in the best way possible. Amplify your focus. When someone crashes, don't let yourself be distracted. Don't gloat. Don't underestimate the next challenge. Their meltdown is a mirror, a reflection of your own readiness, your own growth. Every spazzing reaction reminds you you've been preparing for this moment all along. You've sharpened your instincts, you've refined your strategy, and now you can act with precision while everyone else scrambles. Turn their shock into momentum. This isn't about getting revenge. It's about power, control, dominance over chaos. Every reaction, every flash of panic, every failed attempt to regain composure, they're stepping stones for you. They're signals. They're proof that you're moving faster, thinking clearer, acting smarter, and the more they crash, the higher you rise. Nah, it's poetic, isn't it? The balance of chaos and control. Now let's get real. People will always doubt you. They will underestimate you. They will mock, ignore, or challenge your moves. But that's exactly the advantage you want. The element of surprise. The edge they never saw coming. Because while they're busy underestimating, you're calculating. While they're spazzing out, you're leveling up. While they're crashing, you're becoming untouchable. Not because the world gave you power, but because you earned it in silence, in shadows, in patience. Here's the hard truth most don't accept. You can't control their actions. You can't prevent the panic, the spaz, the crash. But you can control how you respond, how you prepare, how you capitalize. That's where the power lies. That's where the advantage exists. And when the dust settles and the chaos fades, only one thing remains: clarity. Your clarity, your momentum, your victory. And here's the final piece. The piece most people miss. It's not enough to just survive, not enough to just witness. You must learn, study, adapt. Let every meltdown, every reaction, every crash teach you. Because the truth is, every time someone underestimates you, it's an opportunity to refine your skill, sharpen your instincts, and rise higher than before. Every spaz is a lesson in human nature. Every crash is a reminder of your own strength. So ask yourself, are you just watching life happen? Or are you orchestrating it? Are you waiting for the world to acknowledge you? Or are you letting it discover your power? One meltdown at a time. Imagine that. Every underestimated move you make, every calculated step, creating reactions, shaping outcomes, commanding respect. And when it finally hits, when the revelation lands, you don't just survive, you dominate. You inspire fear, you inspire awe. And that, my friend, is the ultimate lesson. It's not about them, it's about you, about the strength, patience, and precision that nobody saw coming, about turning chaos into clarity, turning underestimation into momentum. And when the world finally catches up to your reality, when they realize what you've really been capable of all along, the reaction, the spazzing, the crashing, it's just confirmation. Confirmation that you were ready, that you were prepared, that you were Inevitable. Huh. Yes, inevitable. Now listen closely, because this is where it all comes together. The crashes, the panic, the spazzing. That's not just entertainment. That's data. That's fuel. That's the blueprint for your next move. And if you've been paying attention, really paying attention, you know exactly what to do next. Step into the chaos. Step into the moment they never expected. And own it. Ah, yes, own it. Sharpen your instincts. Life doesn't hand you clarity. It doesn't give you second chances. You have to cultivate it. Every reaction you've observed, every meltdown you've witnessed, every misjudgment of your skill, they're lessons, they're clues. And when you combine them with your own patience, strategy, and silent preparation, you start seeing things no one else notices. You start predicting outcomes while they're still spazzing over the present. Embrace unpredictability. Irony, isn't it? People hate surprises. They fear the unknown. But you thrive in it. You use it. You are the unknown, the one they didn't see coming. The variable that turns the table, shatters assumptions and leaves them crashing while you're climbing. And here's the truth. When you master unpredictability, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You become the circumstances. Huh? Delicious, isn't it? Move with precision. Chaos is messy, but you're calculated. Every word, every gesture, every step is intentional. You don't need loud announcements. You don't need validation. You simply act. And when the truth hits them, oh, it hits hard. They have nowhere to hide. They have no escape. Their world spins out of control, while yours is crystal clear, focused, determined, relentless. Leverage their reaction. Don't just watch, learn, study. Every tremor of doubt, every frantic attempt to recover, every shattered assumption, it's an open door. And you walk through it, you use it, you expand your influence, sharpen your skills, and rise faster. Because here's the kicker. The moment they crash is the moment you grow. Every meltdown becomes momentum. Every shock becomes clarity. Every panic becomes preparation. Internalize your power. This isn't about winning someone else's approval, not about showing off, not about proving anything to anyone. This is about understanding your own capacity, your own strength, your own inevitability. When you finally see the patterns, feel the rhythm, anticipate the chaos, you become untouchable in a different sense. Not because they fear you, but because you know yourself. And that knowledge, oh, that knowledge is pure power. Now here's the final, hardest truth. The world will continue to underestimate you. It will continue to spaz. It will continue to crash. And you will continue to rise every time. Because you've done the work. You've observed, prepared, and mastered patience. You've transformed every meltdown into insight, every spaz into strategy, every crash into an opportunity. And when it happens, when the revelation finally hits, they see what you've always known. They were never the architects. You were. So take this, own it, use it. Let it guide every decision, every move, every interaction. Let their chaos teach you, sharpen you, elevate you. Because the moment someone discovers your power, and they will, that's when your influence ignites. That's when your momentum becomes unstoppable. Ah, yes, unstoppable. And remember this above all, you don't need permission, you don't need applause, you don't need validation. Your preparation, your timing, your silent mastery of the chaos around you, that is all the proof you need. And when they finally crash, spaz, and realize what they underestimated, your smile isn't arrogant. It's calm. It's knowing. It's the quiet satisfaction of someone who planned every move and just watched it unfold. Beautiful, isn't it? So, rise, prepare, observe, strike, and never forget. The moment they crash is not the end, it's just the beginning. The beginning of your momentum, the beginning of your clarity, the beginning of the story that nobody expected, but everyone will remember. Because when the underestimated finally shows their hand, the world doesn't just notice, it recalibrates. And you lead the change. Now, let's seal this. Let's lock it in. You've seen the crashes, you've felt the panic, you've observed the meltdown. And if you've been paying attention, you know the truth. All of it was predictable. All of it was avoidable for them. And all of it is proof. Proof of your power. Proof that you've been ready all along. Own the moment. When someone realizes what you're capable of, that moment isn't theirs anymore. It's yours. Don't flinch. Don't overthink. Don't dilute it with hesitation. Step into it fully. Stand firm. Let them process the shock while you move with clarity, confidence, and silent strength. Every spaz, every tremor of panic, every falter, they're fuel. They're markers that show you exactly how far you've come. Expand your influence. People crashing isn't the end. It's the signal. It's a green light. A warning flare that the world is finally catching up to your reality. And you step into that space. You use the chaos to build, to dominate, to carve a path no one else can follow. Beautiful, isn't it? The world's scrambling while you map the terrain. Every reaction is data. Every misstep is advantage. Sharpen the edge. Every meltdown you witness, every underestimated move you've capitalized on, every chaos-induced crash, it's a reminder that preparation beats luck, timing beats impulse, silence beats noise. And you've been mastering all three. Every moment is a rehearsal. Every reaction is a lesson. And when the real test comes, the one they didn't see coming, you're ready, unshakably ready. Cultivate inevitability. This is the ultimate power, to be inevitable. Not because they fear you, not because they admire you, but because you've built a reality so precise, so deliberate, so undeniable, that every action, every outcome, every reaction moves exactly the way you intended. Yes, inevitable. The calm eye in every storm, the silent orchestrator of chaos, the one they never saw coming. Rise. Rise above their doubt. Rise above their panic. Rise above their spazzing, their crashing, their underestimation. Every collapse you witness is a mirror reflecting your own strength. Every shocked reaction is proof that your patience, strategy, and preparation are unmatched. And when the dust settles, when the chaos fades, you don't just survive. You dominate. You lead. You inspire awe. You woke up this morning. Or maybe you didn't. Did you even notice what you did? The little thing, that tiny motion. The way your hand lingered over the coffee cup. The way you hesitated in the mirror. Did it cross your mind that somewhere someone smiled because of that? No, you didn't. And that's the tragedy. Not yours, his. Yes, his. Because your oblivion became his amusement. Your mourning, a secret performance. And he saw it. Every twitch, every sigh, every unnoticed glance. You have no idea. Not yet. But that's about to change. The streets were quiet. The sun barely touches the horizon. Shadows stretched like fingers, reaching for the walls of your apartment. You thought the morning was ordinary, routine, predictable. But here's the twist. Nothing is ever ordinary. Every step you take, every careless word you mutter, somewhere, somehow, it matters. And today, it mattered to him. Ooh. Can you feel it? That tiny crack of tension in your chest? That is life whispering. Pay attention. Just for a second? You moved? Yes. But did you notice? No. You couldn't. Because the truth, the thrilling, terrifying truth, is that you are rarely ever in control. He watched, quietly, patiently, like a shadow at the edge of your world, like a smile forming before a thought even occurs. And you, blissfully unaware, walked right into the trap. A trap? Maybe? Or maybe it was a gift. Because every action you thought was meaningless, it was a spark, a ripple, a flicker of chaos that made him grin in the dark. The question is, will you ever know what you set in motion? Or will you drift through mornings blind to the impact you leave behind? That's the challenge. That's the thrill. That's the moment when you realize your own power and how little you've recognized it. Think about it. You got up. You brewed that cup of coffee. You tied your shoes. You walked to the door. Simple. Mundane. Yet somewhere in the corners where you can't see, it made him smile. Do you grasp that? The idea that the universe, or maybe just one sharp-eyed observer, is watching, measuring, responding, laughing in silence. Every small action carries weight. Every forgotten moment is noticed. Every shrug significant. And yet you remain unaware, blind to the influence you already wield. And this morning was proof. Look closer. Not at him. Not yet. Look at yourself. The way you carried your shoulders. The way you breathed between tasks. The hesitation. The certainty. Everything is under a microscope you don't know exists. And he's there, smiling, calculating, enjoying the performance that only you are part of. Dark? Yes. Intense? Absolutely. Motivational? That's where it gets interesting. Because if a single morning can be this potent, imagine the potential you ignore. Imagine the chaos and creation trapped in your fingertips, in your routine, in your mind. Shoo. Can you feel it stirring yet? This isn't a lesson wrapped in cliché. This isn't a cheerful pat on the back. No, this is reality. Stark, naked, and darkly humorous. The irony is delicious. You think you move through the day unnoticed. You think your mornings are empty. Yet, every sigh, every twitch, every careless smile, every ignored thought creates a tremor, and someone somewhere is watching it unfold with a grin that chills the spine. That someone knows your value, that someone sees your power, that someone quietly smiles because you don't. So what will you do next? Continue blind? Drift through your rituals thinking they are insignificant? Or will you wake? Truly wake, because the moment you understand this morning, the one you didn't see, the one that made him smile, that's the moment your life changes. That's the moment you realize your smallest actions are deadly, potent, transformative. And whether you choose to harness that or continue walking blind is entirely up to you. You feel it now, don't you? That itch under your skin, that whisper crawling through your mind, the one telling you that mornings are not innocent, not meaningless. Every flicker of thought, every shuffle of your feet, every glance at your phone, it matters. Yes, even that. And he knows. He's always known. Every choice you made before you even woke up, it was a scene in his silent play. And here's the thing. You could have stolen it. You could have controlled it. But you didn't. You slept through the significance. You snoozed while your own life performed its quiet magic. Look around. Really look. Do you see the power hiding in the small, unnoticed acts? Your world is a stage, and your mornings are the overture. That cup of coffee, that hesitation at the mirror, that pause before stepping outside. You think these are trivial, but they are weapons, tools, sparks capable of igniting something terrifying or magnificent. And he smiled because he recognized it before you could. No. That realization stings, doesn't it? The fact that the smallest fragment of your life could wield influence you haven't even dreamed of, and yet you remain blind. Now, let me tell you something most people refuse to admit. Power doesn't roar. It whispers. It hides in corners. It thrives in moments you dismiss. The irony is delicious. That tiny morning decision you forgot, that seemingly meaningless motion, it could shape someone's world. It could make them pause, reconsider, or yes, smile. And the smile isn't yours. Not yet. It's theirs. But here's the punch. The moment you see it, the moment you recognize your own subtle chaos, that's when the game changes. That's when you step into the role you were born to play. You think it's impossible to wake up and be monumental before your coffee even cools? Think again. The ordinary is a trap, a cage. Every day you ignore the ripple you leave in the world. That's a day you forfeit. And he's already ahead. He knows the weight of one action, the thrill of the unseen effect. And that's why he smiled, because he understood what you didn't. Every morning is a battlefield. Every mundane movement carries consequences. Every blink could inspire awe or dread. And the funny part? You were completely unaware. So what now? Do you continue like this? Drifting? Unnoticed? Or do you start watching yourself the way he watches you? Do you pay attention to the tremors you create in the spaces around you? Imagine if every morning, every gesture, every thought you dismissed became deliberate. If every sigh carried intent, every step had purpose. Every glance was an instrument in a symphony no one else hears, except those who notice. The power you ignore is immense, and the moment you seize it, the moment you claim it. Oh, the chaos, the control, the thrill is intoxicating. It begins with awareness, noticing, with understanding that even the smallest act has an impact. The coffee you spilled, the hesitation before leaving, the way you adjusted your collar. Each of these tiny threads weaves a tapestry that someone sees, someone watches, someone smiles. And that smile? It's not trivial. It's a signal, a message, a warning, or maybe a challenge. Because the moment you realize the effect of what you don't see, the moment you accept that your mornings carry invisible weight, that's when you become dangerous. Dangerous? Motivated? Alive? Yes, all of it. That smile, that quiet acknowledgement of your subtle influence, it is both a mirror and spark. Mirror, because it reflects the power you've overlooked. Spark, because it ignites what comes next. You can choose to remain blind, to drift, or you can wake. You can watch yourself. You can create intentionally. Every motion, every thought, every breath becomes a tool, a weapon, a message sent into the world. And he'll keep watching. But now you watch too. The choice is terrifying and exhilarating, because once you see, you can't unsee. Once you realize the weight of your unnoticed mornings, the ripples you create, the smiles you inspire without meaning to, there's no going back. The thrill of awareness, the thrill of potential, the thrill of knowing that the mundane is a stage, and you, yes, you, are the lead actor in a performance you never knew you were part of. And today is your first rehearsal. Are you ready? Now it's time. Yes, now. No more drifting. No more mornings spent half awake while someone else witnesses your unnoticed brilliance. This is the moment you decide, will you remain invisible, or will you step into the chaos you've been ignoring? Chaos, because that's what your life is. A series of tiny tremors, small acts, unnoticed gestures, all building towards something dangerous, something magnificent. And the beauty is, you hold the brush, you write the scene, you decide whether the next smile is theirs or yours. Imagine it. Each morning, each motion, each breath becomes deliberate. You move with purpose. You speak with intent. You pause and you notice. Feel that tension, that electricity crawling along your spine? That's life responding to awareness. That's the thrill of realizing that the coffee you pour, the hesitation you pause in, the very way you rise from bed, has power. Power you didn't see before. And now you do. And that is intoxicating. He smiled this morning because he understood something you didn't. He saw the ripple before it reached the shore. And today you catch the ripple. You see it, you feel it. And now it's your turn to smile. Not at him, not at anyone, at yourself. Because the smallest, most unnoticed motion, the one you overlooked, just became your weapon, your signal, your stage. And the world is watching too. But here's the catch. They won't see it if you don't decide to show it. Every act you make deliberate is a spark. Every glance, every step, every breath, a chance to be seen in ways you never imagined. Do not underestimate this. Do not pretend your mornings are ordinary. They are laboratories, arenas. playgrounds of subtle influence. The choices you make when the world thinks you are idle, weak, or distracted, these are your seeds. Every blink, every thought, every mundane movement carries a consequence. Someone noticed. Someone smiled. And that someone is just the beginning. Imagine the power when you notice, when you act deliberately, when every morning becomes a rehearsal for the life you intend to dominate. Here is the truth, the thrill, the terrifying, exhilarating, delicious truth. You are alive in ways you've ignored. Every unnoticed morning is a message. Every forgotten gesture is a signal. And if you wake, truly wake, you step into a reality where you command attention without even trying, where the chaos of your small acts reshapes the world around you, where the ripple starts with a simple motion, one you choose to make extraordinary. Feel it. That pulse, that surge, that hunger, that's your power calling. So rise. Watch yourself. Move deliberately. Notice the small. Cherish the tiny. Transform the mundane into the monumental. Smile when you succeed. Quietly, darkly, deliberately. And know this. The world will respond. He will notice. Others will notice. But most importantly, you will notice. And that is victory. The unseen becomes seen. The ordinary becomes potent. The unnoticed becomes unforgettable. Today is no longer just a morning. Today is a battlefield, a laboratory, a stage. And you are no longer the oblivious actor. You are the master of the scene, the architect of the ripple, the creator of the smile. Every morning forward is yours to command. Every tiny motion is your power. And when you finally see the weight of your own subtle influence, when you finally understand that the smallest things carry the mightiest force, oh yes, that is when life bends to your awareness. That is when mornings bow to your intention. That is when you finally take control. And now it begins. Today is no longer a rehearsal. Today is no longer a mere morning. Every heartbeat, every step, every glance you take carries weight. Feel that pull in your chest, that shiver crawling along your spine. That is the recognition of power you've been ignoring all your life. That is the thrill of realizing that your smallest, most unconscious actions can shape the world around you. No more drifting, no more invisible ripples. From this moment forward, you act deliberately, calculated, observant. Every motion, every word, every pause becomes a tool, a weapon, a statement. And the beauty is, it doesn't matter if anyone else notices at first, because he did. And if he did, others will too. Oof. That tension you feel, that excitement bubbling just under your skin, that's the promise of potential, finally realized. Look back for a second. Recall this morning. The coffee you spilled, the hesitation at the door, the slight tilt of your head. That tiny ripple made someone smile. And that smile is a mirror, a glimpse into the power you've always carried but never acknowledged. Now imagine every morning, every action, every fleeting thought, harnessed with the same awareness. The mundane becomes lethal. Ordinary gestures become legends, and the smile, it transforms into something you control, something you create. This is the final act, the crescendo. The moment where the unseen becomes unstoppable, not because it roars, but because it is deliberate, precise, undeniable. The irony is delicious. You spent your life wandering blind. You thought your mornings were trivial. You thought your gestures were forgotten. And now you see. Now you understand. And with understanding comes a choice. Drift forever in oblivion, or rise in command every morning like it's the stage of your life. So rise, move, notice, create, smile, not just for him, not just for them, but for yourself. Because once you embrace the truth that the smallest motions carry the largest power, you will never look at a morning the same way again. Every blink, every breath, every step is a spark. And you are the flame, the architect, the storm quietly brewing before it breaks. The thrill of it is intoxicating. The unseen is no longer unseen. The unnoticed becomes unforgettable. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. And the smile that began this journey, yes, that tiny, subtle ripple of recognition, becomes your signal, your weapon, your testament. Today, every morning forward belongs to you. Every motion deliberate, every act intentional, every ripple powerful. Watch yourself. Control yourself. Shape the world through the quiet chaos of your own awareness. Smile when you succeed. Laugh when the world thinks you're ordinary. Because you know the truth. You are extraordinary. You have always been extraordinary. And it all begins with the smallest, most overlooked moments. Starting this very morning.